Since today was our first day back on trail, we were very excited to be on the road again. So we got up pretty early, ate breakfast, and tried to beat the heat. The view from our hotel window gave us hope for a beautiful day full of sheep and hopefully nice footing.
It is day 12 of our coast-to-coast walk across England. Molly and I are back at it. Today we are walking from Blakey Ridge to Egton Bridge. I think it's a little over 11 miles. We're excited. We're meeting friends in Egton Bridge. The truth is we've been with friends for the last 2 days. They're just new friends. We formed with a bunch of other people who were injured or sick. We formed a group called the Broken Bunch, and we've done a little exploring of this part of England. But now we're back on the hike, which is the reason we're here, and hoping that our feet and our sinuses will hold up. These are the North York Moors. I feel like Wuthering Heights could be happening right here. Expect to see Heathcliff out there anytime. The Hounds of the Baskervilles. I won't give any clues to that one. If you haven't read it, do. It's good. So through here, I think this is usually a pretty wet area. Again, it hasn't rained in at least 2 weeks, so yeah. So things are very dry. Makes for nice spongy footing, which is great luck for me because I've had a lot of trouble with my feet. I don't think the ground here often looks like that. So this is the North York Moors National Park, our third national park of the trip. They've all been distinctly different. Oh, there's one right there in the ground. Sorry to disturb you guys. As you can see people up ahead, those people did not take this path. This was the official path, but there was a road route that looked a little longer. This path was kind of a cut through. We took it. It didn't look bad. It's not bad. It was probably a good call to take it. You're pretty. Yes, you are. See your horns starting to come in? Yeah. Pretty. Do a little back to the road for a little bit. Here's the heather is starting to bloom a smidge. You can see what the path is like through here. So fortunately, heather's not particularly scratchy. If it was, we'd be torn up at the moment. It actually is kind of like a little massage on the legs. It feels nice. Yeah. So, soft brush, yeah. It's nice. When I'm walking through these tall plants and stuff, I do check my legs periodically for ticks. Seems like that could be a danger through here. And for the last 6 or 7 days. Oh, these feel so soft through here. This road is reminding us of a little bit of the road we were on going to the Wasdale Head Inn. Our first night in England this trip. Put sheep and cows all over it. Extra potholes, a little narrower and dark, and you would have our experience. And now we know that this is just a road here, but at the time it seemed like we were driving through somebody's yard. We were not at all confident that that was where we were supposed to be. In fact, we were pretty confident it wasn't, even though it was. Some guys came through in a van, and we asked them directions, and they told us, hey, yep, you're on the right road. And we were kind of scared because it was dark and there were sheep everywhere, and we just weren't confident. And they let us follow them out of that stretch. We don't know their names or anything about them, but we really appreciate them because that was super helpful.
And they drove a lot faster than us, so every time they couldn't see us anymore, they would stop until we caught up.
There have been a number of times along this trip when people have helped us out that didn't have to. I mean, those guys were a good example. The guy that worked at our hotel in Shap, the Greyhound Inn, he drove us to Kirby Stephen because we couldn't get a taxi until 2 p.m. and we had to check out at 10, so that was going to be a long wait. So that was very, very nice of him. Just a number of times people have helped us. Yesterday, Deb's, a fellow hiker who was also sitting the day out because her ankle was really swollen, she drove us to Helmsley, us and 2 other hikers. She drove us all to Helmsley. We had a lovely day, and then she drove us right to our lodging. So we're definitely staying on the path through here because we've got nesting birds. We've gone 3¼ miles so far, easy miles. Everywhere you look, whenever we go past places like this, there are always sheep in the shade. They're hot. It's warm out. It was warm out when we started the day today. And these guys don't get sheared, so they gotta be burning up. Temperature's good. So this is our 12th day. We haven't had any rain. I don't think it had rained for a couple weeks before we started. Things are very dry. But for us hiking, the weather's been good. A lot hotter than we expected, a lot hotter than usual. People here are, how hot it is the main topic of conversation. But of course, we live in Houston, Texas, so we think the temperature is really nice. We're taking a break at 4.75 miles. 4 3/4. Gets a feel for the North York Moors. So 2.5 to Glaysdale. We plan on a stop there. Hopefully there'll be something to stop at. We have walked 6 2/3 of a mile. It's 11:30. The North York Moors right here. Beautiful. Town up ahead. We're guessing it's Glaysdale because we think we're about a little over a mile from Glaysdale. That looks about right. Fingers crossed on a drink and a snack in Glaysdale. It's supposed to be at about 9 miles. This is our scenery. It's really beautiful. And our crew. So this whole situation is outstanding.
Yes.
It's like we got some options coming up. So this part of the walk, a little bit more choices of where to stay and where to stop. The first stop that people would be stopping at today would be Glaysdale. That's where we're approaching. The middle choice is Egton Bridge. That's where we're stopping. And then there's a potential stop 2 or 3 miles further on in Grosmont. So those are 3 options of where to stay the night before you finish.
And we know people staying in all 3.
Yeah. We are in Glaysdale. So here we've got the Glaysdale War Memorial. And the town church up there. The names. And they have little crosses, painted rocks. They're still taking care of this. We see the Arncliffe Arms where we'll be stopping for a little something. Still in Glasedale. Local pub. This is the first cheese and pickle sandwich I've ever had. So we're now on the path between Blaisdell and Egton Bridge. So far it's been kind of a little quiet forest path above the river down there. And we've had a little bit of something that's been in short supply today, and that's shade. Up on the moors, there are no trees, so there's no shade. Getting an early start makes sense on those days. The afternoons have been warm. Through here, of course, it's shady, so the temperature's just right. We're about half a mile from the Horseshoe Hotel. We see some buildings here and there. One of them may be it, maybe not. So today, overall, I'd say of the days that Molly and I have walked, this is by far the easiest day. The day walking into Richmond would have been easier, except my blisters were hurting me a lot, so it kind of made that day harder than it needed to be. Today has been a very easy stage. We are approaching the Horseshoe Hotel. I think it's going to be a good one. We're meeting friends here, Glenn and Leanne. We have a long friend history with Glenn and Leanne. We have traveled many places with them, done many adventures. The Horseshoe Hotel is like a whole complex. Oh, this is cool. Pablo's enjoying his Mr. Whippy. As is Molly. It is still day 12. We're walking from Egton Bridge to Grosmont. Just a little bonus afternoon walking because we can. It was less than 12 miles to Egton Bridge. And so we're walking an extra couple to make tomorrow a little shorter. And it is an absolutely perfect day today. It's not hot. Wind's not blowing too hard.
And this path is like,
yeah, it's amazing.
fine layer of loose sand on top of packed sand. Shade and trees. Sheep.
It doesn't get any better. So we're knocking this out, and then we're going to meet our buddies, the Clappers, in Grosmont. I guess cycling's pretty popular around here. Town of Grosmont. Beautiful.
I think up here you'll see the Abbey. You see it up there?
That might be the castle. There's also a castle in this town.
Yeah, I was assuming that was the Abbey. Yeah.
Calibre beans are good. Thank goodness Molly and I are sharing. Look at that.
Start calling them in the U.S.
This was the perfect day for us to get back on trail. While there was no support for the first 9 miles, the trail was wonderfully soft and springy for the rest of the day. And it wasn't too long of a walk, so we were able to walk a couple miles extra to take pressure off tomorrow. We were looking forward to seeing our friends Glenn and Leanne all day and ended up going to see Whitby Abbey together before we came back for dinner. The Horseshoe Hotel was very comfortable, with great food. If you're looking for a shorter stage, we would definitely recommend staying there. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.